Hey y'all, this is Amanda and welcome back to my Texas Zone 8A garden, and today we're in the new shade garden, and as you can see I've already got the finished product in front of me. We are filling up the new Vego Garden, we're laying the mulch, and we're laying a new pathway. Okay, so I'm going to take you through the steps of filling up the garden and how I came about laying all of this. I forgot to record an introduction, so that's why I look like this now with the completed project. But let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, just for reference, this is the Vego Garden. So I've got the weed barrier at the bottom, which is good. Typically with grass, it can't grow through depths of minimum about 12 inches. I find that 12 inches isn't quite enough for Bermuda grass, so I always suggest 2 feet, and you should be able to keep the grass at bay for a raised bed. But this guy is 32 inches tall, and obviously we don't want to fill it with all soil. It's really expensive, so we picked up a bunch of logs that we're going to lay in the bottom first, and then we'll top it. And next I'm laying in 4 bags of compost. I want the compost to be touching the logs. The reason I want that is because the compost already has all the live microbes that will help start breaking down the logs. Now, the logs will take years and years and years and years to break down, but this is just kind of a good rule of method to have the compost right next to the wood. After the first layer of compost, I use water just to kind of moisten the soil and start working out some of the air pockets down there. Now, this soil will settle over time. I will have to add more soil in the future, but this does help kind of deter that a little bit. Then I went ahead and topped it with an additional 4 bags of compost soil as well, making sure to water in between each layer. Finally, I'm topping all of the mixture so far with 6 large bags of standard potting soil. I did not opt for the more expensive soil because I have a lot of compost in here, and I do believe that this will ensure and build it over time. So I did opt for a less expensive soil. This variety is okay. It's not my favorite, but it's only about $12 per bag, which worked for my budget. Bags, I want you to just leave them over there by that BM7. Okay, so now we have the Vego Garden filled. I am a little concerned there's a bulge in it, a good size bulge on this part. I'm not sure. Hopefully it will hold. If any of y'all have the Vego Gardens, you let me know. But hopefully it will hold together. Anyway, okay, the next part, what we're going to do is we're going to be placing the stepping stones in the center. Now, I do not have enough stepping stones, so we're just going to start with what I have now, and then in the future, I'm going to look at purchasing one of the molds to pour my own stepping stones. And the stepping stones are little paw prints. They're super cute. I bought them years ago on Facebook Marketplace. Somebody was making them, and now I've realized I can buy the mold and make them myself. So I think I only have about like 9 or 10 of them. So we're going to start with that, and I'll go ahead and spread them out. Now, if I was putting them in place to be more permanent, meaning I wasn't going to be adding anymore, I would probably put it like a decomposed like granite underneath them, or like paver sand or something like that underneath them. But since I'm not doing that, I'm going to be adding more in the future. I'm going to be moving them around in the future. So I'm just going to be placing them on top for now, and then we'll backfill with all the mulch. I think in the future I would probably like double what I had, but let's go ahead and get those added in. So walking it for fun. So I think that'll work out good. So next thing we're going to do is we have all this mulch, 20 bags of mulch. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to start placing the mulch. Now, when we come to the edges over here with the mulch, we are going to roll back the landscape covering, or the landscape fabric. We're going to push it back to this edge when we put the mulch down, when we spread out the mulch, and that'll be way better. We don't want to really leave a gap like that, because that's when we're going to get a lot of grass coming up, weeds, that kind of thing. So laying mulch should be really fast, and we should have some instant gratification. So let's check this out. Okay, well, that looks like a different space. I'm really excited. My husband and I were commenting that if we had rock back here, it would actually be really, really hot. In reality, the rock was just too expensive for our budget. The mulch, we ended up 20 bags at $4 each, so $80 for mulch. Whereas the rock was like $12 per bag, and I was estimating somewhere between $600 and $750 for all the rock. And we just couldn't do it. And I know that I could have ordered like rock in bulk, like have a big truckload delivered. In the end, it was still going to be far outside the budget that I was wanting to spend. So I think this is a great start. Now, a couple of different things. The mulch will continue to settle. So that's really important. We laid the mulch in really, really thick. A lot of areas, some areas are 4 inches deep, some are 6 inches deep, depending on what's going on. This ground has a natural slope towards the center of the walkway. That's because we do have drainage that comes through this area. Sorry, sweating. That comes through this area, and so it's something I'll have to be watching for, but because all these materials are porous, including the landscape fabric and of course the mulch, I'm not really worried about it. I have a lot of underground drains, especially on this side, to take care of the water coming from my neighbor's yard. Dumps right into drains and then drains under the ground all the way out to the street. So I probably, if you are considering a side area, really make sure you consider where your drainage pattern is, if you need to take care of any drainage problems before you start doing all this. But the mulch is laid very thickly. It is going to decompose, break down as we, continue over the years. So I will have to add bags of soil over time. But like I said, I think the heat, like the temperature is going to be way cooler back there. It already feels a little cooler back here in all honesty, if it's not just solid rock back here. I think that'll end up being really good. So yeah, we're in really good shape. There's definitely some areas that need to button up in the corners. I need to tuck back some different landscape fabrics, but everything's looking really nice. I am really excited. So the next thing in this project is going to be the workbench. I'm going to be sanding, staining, and adding on to the workbench. I'm going to be building a little bit of an arbor type situation over the existing workbench. And if you didn't see the video where I purchased or I showed you the workbench, I'll drop those below. I'll just drop the whole series of the shade garden videos below. I think once I'm done with everything, I think I'll put a bunch of them together in one long video so you can see everything together. But yeah, workbench is next. And that is the one I've been so excited about. I cannot wait to show you the color stain I'm going to be utilizing to paint the workbench. The workbench is going to go right about here. And then it will have an arbor. And then after that, we're going to be looking at building the panels for the front of the garden. And I'm actually going to pick up something I found on Facebook Marketplace today that I'm hoping is going to work for the front part of the garden. It's a little more modern than I was originally thinking, but the potential is huge, and I found them for a great price. So I'll try to show you a sneak peek of that one in the next video where I'm working on the workbench. All right, you all, I hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when my latest videos are up. And make sure you check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, she's a mad gardener or decorator or anything else that she wants to be. Thanks, y'all.